Welcome back, traders. After yesterday's volume-fueled dip that tested key supports, today's bounce kept things in play without much fireworks, though that ongoing shutdown haze leaves us navigating more by charts than data. With SPY reclaiming ground and setups like NNE's rally screaming institutional flow, it's a reminder that ranges can breed the best edges if you're tuned in. You're tuned into the Stock Market Summary Series, and as you guys know, none of this is buying or selling advice. We're just here to provide market commentary and education, but nothing we say here is financial advice. Okay, let's get into it. So today felt like a necessary rebound, didn't it? Kind of stabilizing after those bearish vibes we talked about last week. You know, SPY dipping below the 20-day IWM cratering.
Yeah, stability did return, at least to the majors. SPY climbed 0.57%, QQQ added a solid 0.66%, and DIA was up about 0.48%.
Yep.
But let's be real about the quality here. IWM, that's the small cap ETF. It lagged quite a bit. Dipped another 0.67%. Still kind of searching for its footing, you know?
Yeah, that definitely raises a flag, especially when you look at the sector rotation. Consumer staples, XLP, that actually led the charge today, up 1.33%.
Right.
Meanwhile, utilities, they dropped the most, lost 0.35%. I mean, if this bounce were really strong, wouldn't we expect, like, cyclicals or maybe discretionary leading? What's XLP telling us?
It tells us the underlying uncertainty is still pretty high, which honestly reinforces why we have to be absolutely glued to the technical patterns right now. It's choppy action out there.
For sure.
We need like precise spotting of those edges before they just evaporate. It's lessons drawn from charts like SMR's failed squeeze or IoT's breakdown below the 200-day that we pointed out last week.
Okay. So let's unpack a few setups then. Nanonuclear energy, NNE, that's trending higher with really great volume confirmation.
Yeah, that volume isn't random.
No, it screams institutional flow, doesn't it? Likely tied to some catalyst, maybe a patent or a contract. It makes it a powerful swing trading chart to study. For those confirmation signals.
And we're seeing some beautiful coiling patterns develop too. Take Joby Aviation, JOBY. It's sitting right at a critical support trend line.
Ah, the symmetrical triangle.
Exactly, textbook symmetrical triangle. That convergence, you know, lower highs, higher lows. It tells you volatility is sort of coiling up. Often precedes a major move, breakout or breakdown.
And SoFi's in a similar boat, just maybe a tighter triangle. Recognizing these structural points, that's really key to finding lower risk entries. It's something we detail pretty deeply in the Grok Trade Mentorship program, learning to spot those.
As always, guys, if you've got a stock you're watching or a question about the markets, drop it in the comments. We might cover it in an upcoming episode. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video and appreciate these market summaries, do us a big favor and hit that like button. It's totally free and helps us out in a big way. And click subscribe too, so you don't miss a beat. You can always unsubscribe later.
So shifting gears a bit, the broader context, that government shutdown is still ongoing. It's keeping the economic calendar completely, barren. Yeah.
No data.
Right. Crucial stuff like the September jobs report, CPI numbers, they're all pushed back to late October now. So with no fundamental fuel, technicals are truly the only reliable compass traders have.
Okay, let's look at the volatile assets then. Bitcoin dropped 0.76%, actually punctured that 108K support level we flagged.
Well, look at that close.
Exactly. Closed with a massive lower wick. That wick suggests pretty aggressive buying stepped in fast. So is this lower price maybe sparking the interest the chart needs? What do you think?
It could be. Meanwhile, we had just an extreme move in metals. They finally saw that sharp correction from their whole safe haven surge. Gold plunged 1.88%, silver cratered, down 4.43%.
Wow, big moves.
Huge moves, and both on massive volume. Critically, both form these massive bearish engulfing candlesticks. That's a powerful reversal signal. You know, sellers just completely overwhelming the prior day's action. You have to watch that closely.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you see sharp, volatile reversals like that, like in the metals today, the only thing that really saves your account is having rock-solid risk strategies. Definitely.
And avoiding those emotional exits, right? You just cannot get caught with loose stops and moves like that.
Exactly. Avoiding those emotional mistakes, especially during high volatility, that's where the true edge lies. Recognizing the patterns is one thing, but executing a flawless risk management strategy, that's another level. Reinforcing those techniques is really a core focus of the one-on-one coaching in the Grok Trade Mentorship program.
Makes sense.
Yeah, sessions like today, looking at the SPY range, NNE's volume confirmation, BTC's wick recovery, they spotlight how the program really hones those skills. Blending pattern spotting, volume analysis are those crucial risk strategies until, the investment is recouped through the trading.